Alright y'all, good morning. It's day 98. I just got off the trail, caught a ride into town, and now I'm at the barn. Cool hostel so far. Later today, I'll get the owner, Paul, and we'll do a quick interview and walk through and let y'all see what the barn has to offer, because I think most hikers will definitely like the vibe here. I do. This is very cool. Alright y'all, so plan for today is just to get refit and get ready to go into the 31-mile stretch. It's going to be really difficult over the next few days, and we'll do a run through of what that looks like a little bit later. Pull the book out and we'll go through it. Alright y'all. Alright y'all, I'm in Gorham, and here's the Livy House right here across the street, and the barn is just that little section right over there to the far left behind the car. Very nice, man. Like, I'm digging it. I'm just gonna walk down. They got a hardware store here. I'm gonna go check it out. It's got some camping supplies. Not supposed to rain today, but boy, it sure looks like it could. And I'm gonna go down and get some performance food. Y'all know me, Golden Arches is right down the street. Yeah. Alright, I'll tune back into y'all a little while. Alright, good afternoon everybody. It is 1:39 on the 24th of May, day 98 I believe. I'm going to show you what we're going to do in the morning and beyond. Alright, so the only things I have left to do today are we're going to go to Walmart this evening, just purchase a few things I need, and that should be set. Currently we are, sorry, the window is open. This is cool though. I like watching the traffic go by. Good Lord, there's 18-wheelers behind 18-wheelers. That's 4 in a row. Alright, so we are currently in Gorham. Mile marker 1891.5. And we are going to head northbound. So you can see we got some good climbs tomorrow. Most notably, what I remember is Mount Success here. That's going to be a big one. That takes us back up to 35, 65. And then we cross into New Hampshire. I'm sorry, into Maine from New Hampshire. Right here. So at mile marker 1908. We'll only have 281 miles to go once we're crossing to Maine. So the plan for tomorrow, rain is coming in, but I'm not going to let rain stop me on Friday, because we have a plan and I'm about to reveal. So yes, there's going to be a bunch of climbs and a bunch of downhills tomorrow, but right here is the infamous Mahoosuc Notch. I would love to do that tomorrow. Don't know if that's reality. My primary plan, I should say, is to stop at Full Goose Shelter and Campsite. And then tackle this first thing the next morning. Yep, it's going to be raining. It's going to suck. Probably going to be mad that I did it. But man, I got to get moving. I want to get beyond this. And then the goal is to do this ridiculous climb up. I think it's called Mahoosuc Arm. Yeah, this is supposed to be brutal too, so that should be fun in the rain. And then start heading down from Speck Pond Mountain or Speck Mountain or whatever right here down into Grafton Notch, Main 26. Now here's where the plan starts. So Gary F., just a great guy that has volunteered some services, plans on picking me up here, and then we're going to go eat at the Red Hen, which is infamous on the AT trail, and then I'm going to go to his house and he's going to let me do laundry and whatnot, and he's going to bring me back here I think the next morning and slack pack. So then I get to slack pack the next day. I'm going to try to go from Grafton Notch, which is mile marker 1922. I'm going to try to go to Sawyer Notch right here, which is 1940-ish. So that'll be about an 18-mile slack pack over some pretty heavy stuff up the ball plate, west and east peaks right here. So that's pretty cool, and he's saying that he can let me slack pack until Wrangley. And I'm not holding him to it, man, because anything could come up, but I'll take what I can get. And if that's the case, see that we're turning pages, y'all. That would mean I would get the swag pack all the way to mile marker 1969, which I could feasibly do maybe in one more day with the look of this terrain here. It's always hard to tell, so we'll see and play it by ear, but that's the plan. Yeah, that's it for now. Just gonna let y'all see what that looks like, and then we'll talk about what's beyond Wrangley later on. Alright, y'all, coming to you from the barn here in Gorham, New Hampshire. Just been going through my kit today, trying to see what I don't need for the remaining 290 something miles. So I sent home my 13,000 milliamp battery charger. Still have my 21,000, but the way I'm figuring now, there's not going to be as much opportunity to download videos to YouTube on the trail. I'm probably going to have to wait till I get to towns. So that'll be okay. So I sent that home. That saves me about a half a pound. Sent home a pair of gloves that I don't need anymore. Still have one if I need them, but and all that cold weather gear that my wife sent me that I waited in Hanover to get, I've already sent it all back home. I still have plenty. The temps even get down into the 20s. I'm still good. I still got my 20-degree quilt. My wife, as awesome as she is, she sent me some resupply items food-wise, some things that are kind of harder to find up here, and then I'm going to go to Walmart and get whatever else I need. I'm just looking over there to see what else. I still think I have too many clothes here. I think I've carried too many clothes on the whole trail. I've got 2 shirts. I've got only 1 pair of hiking pants, obviously, but I got a pair of shorts too. I've got 3 pair of socks. That's 2 hiking and 1 that I will always keep for camp socks. I have base layer top and bottom, real thin ones. I have my Arc'teryx jacket still. I have my rain jacket, and I have my rain kilt, and I have my wind pants. That's too many clothes, man, but the weather is so freaking unpredictable up here, and when you go from 95 degrees on one day and you're still walking in snow that same day to 40 degrees and walking in snow with the wind blowing at 20 miles an hour, it's hard mentally to send some stuff home. So I'm carrying too much, but mentally it's just, it makes me feel comfortable, so I'm just sucking it up. And recovery wise, I'm still wearing my compression calf sleeves every day. That has seemed to really help that injury that I got, and I think it was almost like a slap injury. And again, I'm not a therapist or a coach who knows the right terminology, but the day that I fell coming down Bear Mountain and Everett Mountain, I think my foot just smacked the ground in that area in between where your foot joins your shin, that little curved crease part. It was swollen forever, and that was affecting either my gait or made my shin muscles just tense up and caused basically a shin splint. So ever since I've been wearing those compression sleeves again, man, it has definitely helped. All the swelling's gone. I feel great. And then I fell again the other day. I didn't tell y'all about it, but almost broke one of my Lecky poles again. It's bent. It looks retarded. But that thing, I think that was on Kinsman. Anyway, it's survived ever since, so hopefully it'll make it to the end. And like I said, I'm still cooking. Still gonna cook, man. It's chilly every morning here. Coffee is what gets my motors revving in the morning. Like when I sit up for the first time in my tent, I'm like, oh God, I'm just gonna lay back down for a little while. But I force myself to stay up, force myself to get some hot water on to boil. Then I pour in one Maxim that has the sugar and creamer and coffee in it, and then one Starbucks, and put one more sweetener in there. Oh, it's so good. And it gets me fired up. And as soon as that hits the system, man, I am ready to hike. So that's not going anywhere. I'll take the weight penalty for sure. Yeah, that's about it gear-wise. I'm digging my Mariposa ruck. I've got some ideas brewing in my mind about how to get ultralight packs off your back so they don't sweat so much if you don't have like a Z-Packs, one that you bend the frame to get it off. That always seems kind of shady to me, but man, it seems like it works good. Anyway, I think, man, we could design some shirts that has removable padded inserts that are kind of thick that will hold the pack off your back a little bit to allow that airflow through. I think that could be a solution to that. But for me, I told you, those load-bearing straps up here on your shoulders, man, I'll loosen those up during the day, let that ruck lean back a little bit, and get some air back there. It's been working out good, and it really hadn't been too hot since that day going up Kinsman anyway. But I'm loving that pack. That's a really good pack, and what I like about it the most is the waist belt. The waist belt is really good. Okay, so transitioning. What I feel about the hike up to this point. I don't know. I think Spielberg said it, and I think I realize it, that I'm not trying to define it or decipher it yet. And I think that's going to take some time and some reflection when I get home. I cannot believe I'm sitting here in New Hampshire through the Whites, about to start the next 31 tough miles of the Mahoosuc Range. And then it's on beyond that, man, we're heading to Katahdin. So, surreal at this point. I'm very grateful to be here. I need to be careful. I'm not going to be cautious. Don't take that the wrong way. Of course I'm going to be cautious, but I'm not going to be overly cautious not to get hurt. Because in my world, in my life, that's usually when I get hurt, is when I'm trying not to. So I'm just going to do what I've done. I'm going to get up. I'm going to put in some big miles. I'm going to try to be safe when I'm on wet, slick crap. And it's going to rain Friday, and I'm going to go through the Mahoosuc Notch on Friday in the rain. And if I got to wear my traction, and I will. And that's kind of why I like the ones I got, the Stables. Because, man, they're not those big clunky chains. They just give you enough grip on rock and ice. It's surprising, actually, man. Like, I'm wanting my feet to slide a little bit sometime, because that's what my brain's used to them doing on those rocks, and they don't. So sometimes I start leaning too far forward, expecting my feet to slide a little bit, and they don't. So those are some really good traction devices. But don't get me wrong, as soon as I can get rid of them, I'm going to. For the future, I can feel the anxiousness amongst the community out there that this is coming to a close, and it exists inside me as well. This is a very special thing. This will never be replicated again in my lifetime, and I mean me. Of course, it'll be replicated again on YouTube. Like, I think this year, next year, somebody's going to push to new limits on the ability to upload. And like I said, man, eventually we're going to be to where the guy's live hiking, and maybe we can talk to him and ask him questions live, or just tune in and watch his day while he's streaming over Wi-Fi. Not Wi-Fi, but streaming over LTE. That would be pretty cool. And then the next thing I think we're going to see soon are integration of UAVs a little bit more, little handheld ones. Like I keep saying, man, it would be awesome at McAfee Knob to have a little portable UAV and launch it, and then take your picture looking back at you on the knob. That would be awesome. And there's so many other places. White Mountains would be great for that, except for the wind would probably carry that thing away. So in the end, Y'all probably read Slowfoot Dave's comments. Man, he's very knowledgeable of this place. And I'll read every word that he says, and I'll take heed to it all. And he was talking, it took him like 48 days to get through Maine or something the first time, and I maybe have those days all wrong, but y'all ain't slowing down. If I could do 25s all the way to Katahdin, I would. I'm going to enjoy it. I look so forward to seeing Maine. But I also look forward to seeing my family, and y'all know that. So it's that balance again. I'm just exceptionally happy to still be out here and healthy, and I want to stay that way till we get to the summit and go back home and see how I'm going to re-plug into the matrix. Alright. That's about it freestyle wise. That's about all I can think of I wanted to talk to you guys about. Been threatening to send my Crocs home, or not even send them home, put them in the hiker box, and get a lighter pair of just thin flip-flops, because my trail runners, man, they're going to be wet anyway. I'll just ford the streams in them, I'm sure, and then I'll look back at my backpack and be like, well, then why the hell are you carrying your Crocs? But then in my mind, I'm like, man, the reason why you brought Crocs is from Maine, basically. That's why I chose that type of footwear, so I could ford in them. And they're extremely comfortable. I walk them down the street with them every day. And I tell you, when you wear trail runners, your feet and your toenails and stuff are so gross from having dirt and stuff in them that wearing flip-flops around town, man, you look like just a homeless hobo who's been walking in mud his whole life. So I'll probably keep the Crocs, even though they're a weight penalty, but they sure would be good to have off of my pack when I go through things like the Mahoosic Notch. Anyway, those are just random straight thoughts running through my head. This is already getting long. I'm not going to film anything else today, man. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and send this out. Just know at 7:30 we launch out of here. Paul's going to drive me about 3 miles up to the trail, and we're heading through the Mahoosic Range. Shout out to Gary F, who's volunteering to help me out and get some weight off my back as I'm moving through the areas past Highway 26 to Wrangley. And I look forward to spending some time with him and his wife at their house. Like I haven't done that with anybody yet. I told him in an email, the last hang up I have that the trail has shown me that is a hang up. I was talking about it to Paul here today too. Is that I have to quit thinking I can do everything myself and let people help me. And Paul and my mom, both of them have summed it up well in the past to me of when you don't let people help you, you rob them of that opportunity. And that floors me a little bit, man. I never thought about it that way. So again, the trail just dropping knowledge on you all the time out here. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to interview Paul here, maybe right before we go to Walmart or when we get back and walk around, but I think I'll do a separate video for that. This is a pretty cool place, and he's a very nice guy. And if Thru hiker early riser was coming back into Gorham, I know there's a hostel right off the trail, but knowing what I know about this place now, I would call the Livy House / barn and talk to Paul and get him to come get me and come here. A, you can walk to everything in town from here minus Walmart. B, he's going to get you to Walmart in that day. C, this is just a cool place. There ain't no bunk beds here. You get to bring your pack and your shoes and everything up here by your rack because it's a wood floor. I hear the other place not so much. Man, you got to get undressed in the garage and change into their clothes and leave your pack out in the garage and blah blah blah. Man, that ain't my kind of hostel. My kind of hostel is a clean hostel, but still let you bring your pack in here so you can work on your kit by your rack. Anyway, I'm gonna ramble all day if I don't get off of here. So bottom line is, Livy House, the barn, man, check it out when you come through. Call Paul, man, and you'll was talking to him on the phone. You'll see how nice he is. And by the way, he'll come get you at Pinkham Notch. If you stay for 2 nights, that's a free shuttle back to here. Stay the night. He'll shuttle you back to Pinkham. You can do the 21 miles over to US 2, and then he'll come pick you up and you stay here another night. Or if you don't want to stay that second night, it's only a $10 shuttle to Pinkham Notch, which is a very good price. Alright, y'all, that's about it. Gonna head to Walmart here in a little while. My food bag's going to weigh about 100 pounds tomorrow. That's why I had to send a little bit of stuff home. But now in my mind, I'm thinking, man, now I can buy 2, 3, 4 more honey buns now that I got rid of that charger. Yeah, trail didn't help me with that weakness too much. It just makes me want to eat more. Alright, y'all. Deuces.